Welcome back to another episode of QT with a Pod. Hey everyone, it's me again. I'm here with another episode. This is one of those episodes where I plan every episode, but it's more so me freestyling with pre-planned thoughts and looking for the end goal as I talk this out. And again, I don't have to have an end goal. Maybe you guys have an end goal for me. Don't forget that you guys can send me voice recordings, reactions about this podcast or any podcast. If you just click the link in my bio, it'll take you to where you need to go to leave a voice recording because all of your feedback is welcome and appreciated and supported here. So today, the topic is, are millennials too smart for their own good? And this came from a conversation with my mom, and we were talking about how, well, I think we were talking about working out, right? She was just like, oh my God, you work out every day. Like, I never did that when I was younger, and blah, blah, blah. And, she was skinny. She was just like, I played sports and everything when I was in high school. And, I didn't play sports in high school. So I was like, that wasn't a part of my life, like, at all. And I didn't have brothers to run around with like she did. So we were just talking about the different ways we grew up and how health and fitness played and still do play a role or do not play a role in our lives. So I consider myself fairly active. I do work out, not every day. I'd say like 4 to 5 times a week. And my mom doesn't work out really. She'll work out like maybe once a week, and that's only if I keep calling her and saying something about it. But I was just thinking about it, and I started doing research on it. It's just like, okay, am I more healthy? Am I healthier than my mom was at my age because I work out more, or am I putting more stress on my body because I'm making myself work out, which I'm not making myself at this point. It's more like, sometimes I'm making myself, right? Like, I like to work out, but sometimes I'm just like, I have to do this because I have to achieve a certain goal. So it's just like, am I more unhealthy because I put stress on my body to achieve a goal or to maintain something than my mom was when she was just like, it is what it is, taking everything with moderation. So that's what I mean when I'm saying, are millennials too smart for their own good? Do we have too much information now that we are using it for our advantage, but we're actually stressing ourselves out with this information? Okay. So I broke it down into, like, I think 4 categories. There may be more. All right, so the first one is health and wellness. So with health and wellness, now we are aware of like all of our family's history, our health history, and the impact of the negative medical impacts on Black people specifically, or people and other people of color. So we do things to offset that. We make sure we eat healthier. We buy workout clothes so that we can go work out in. We have gym memberships. We are just more active in general. So even me thinking about those things, like buying workout clothes are making so much money off of us right now because we literally buy active wear just to wear and not just to work out in. I have a separate leggings drawer for workout leggings and a leggings drawer for casual wear. And they were all bought from active wear places. But some are just better to work out in, some are better to walk around in. Gym memberships, like, that used to be, I remember on TV when I was younger, like gym memberships were not, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But all these things, right? We spend more money on them, we're more health conscious, but in the end, are we putting more stress on our bodies by placing so much attention on our health overall? Jono say? Maybe, maybe not. The next thing I thought about is the fact that we live in the age of delivery. So before, like, the only thing that can be delivered was pizza. And now we can get any and everything delivered. We get shoes delivered. We get groceries delivered. We get wine delivered. We get tampons delivered. Like anything you want, you can get it delivered. We don't have to wait on anything. Okay. We don't have to wait on anything. We can indulge as much and as often as we want to and get that instant gratification. So here's my point. Here's where I'm leading to. Here's where I'm leading to. So with that instant gratification, which I'm not mad at, like who doesn't love to just get what they want when they want it? I feel like, and I don't think my particular generation is as bad with this as the generation below us. I work with high school students, and I'm just like, y'all need to chill and like wait, but still have some sense of we want instant gratification. So with that instant gratification, with us wanting that, and that is that's our norm, we don't typically wait out things, or we may miss the benefits of the process sometimes, because waiting is a process for things, and I'm just speaking in general, nothing specific right now. Waiting is a process, but sometimes waiting does come with benefits, and we may miss out on that because we are constantly wanting what we want when we want it. Now, is that being too smart for our own good? Maybe, in some kind of way that can make sense. As I said, this is more of a processing podcast. Okay. Next, I was thinking about work and finances. So many of us are wanting financial freedom, wanting to travel all the time, wanting to pursue our passion projects, do what makes us happy. But we also have student loans to pay off, and we also can't afford our lifestyle at times. And okay, so being too smart for our own good here, it's like we have so much education and we have the mentality of I know what I deserve and I'm not going to settle for less, which is great. We carry that into all aspects of our lives. But it's hard to do that with a job sometimes because you're not the boss and you're not in charge, but you need money. I don't know anyone, friends. I don't know anyone that has stayed at the same job for longer than 5 years. Granted, I've only been in the workforce for 6 years. But still, but even with older people that I do know, like, we aren't loyal to to a specific company, which that's a-okay, because we all are chasing our own individual happiness, which is what we should be doing. I stand that. And yeah, I don't think that's us being too smart for our own good. I think that that's just how the world is going to change now. We need to change that. We should not be. I cannot imagine staying and doing the same job for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years now. Like, I don't understand when I see those teachers that said they taught for 50 years. I'm just like, sis, how? Which, I mean, kids were different, education was different. There were so many fewer standards to adhere to, but I could never imagine being in a classroom for more than 5 years. And that's crazy. I mean, the burnout rate among, like, just minus teachers, but with millennial professionals in general is super high. Like, we do too much sometimes. All right. And then the last point I want to touch on is our increased social awareness and slash mental health awareness. Lump those in together. How many times have you like went on? All of us have done this, and I've done it too many times. Like go on WebMD and diagnose yourselves and be like, all right, this is what I have. Like you can't tell me I don't have ADHD. You can't. I've already diagnosed myself with it. So that coupled with the people that actually go get these tests and know that they actually do have a like mental health disability or disorder, they are aware of it. They make it a part of their personality sometimes, and it can sometimes it will get in the way. So even me thinking when I was a teacher, if a parent came to me and said, "Oh, my kid has blah blah blah. He doesn't listen to authority, blah blah blah." That kid has now become that kid would listen to authority if he hadn't been, this is my opinion, if he hadn't been labeled with that and been held to certain like standards and within certain parameters. I highly, highly doubt that a 5-year-old child would continue to disrespect, quote unquote, disrespect authority if they hadn't been diagnosed with, what is it? I think it's called oppositional disorder, something. Give me some time to look that up. Okay, so with this increased like awareness of social things and mental health things, being politically correct, being anti-racist, being anti everything, that can also, it does add more stress because now we have to change the way we were programmed to think, which there's nothing wrong with that. We all need to change the way we think, some more than others, but we all need to change the way we think. And because we are more socially aware of everything around us, that itself adds more pressure to social situations, and that can also impact us. So, are we too smart for our own good? Maybe, maybe not. These are just some examples that I thought of. Then I started thinking about coping mechanisms, mechanisms, coping mechanisms that we may use to deal with these and how these also are unhealthy. So, yeah, those are just some of my thoughts that I threw out just to get your wheels turning. What do you think? Did I make any sense? Do I need to re-record this entire thing? I'm probably not going to, I'm not, you're going to hear this version of it because this is who I am and this is what I do. But I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Again, please use that voice recording option. Send me your thoughts. Send me post on Instagram. Send me your reactions once you hear this. Comment, interact. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, or night from wherever or whenever you are listening. Bye.